Okay, so I've talked about Xbox Game Pass and why it is great. You can watch many, many videos where I talk about that. But today, I want to talk about games that I probably never would have picked up if Game Pass didn't exist. Let's go over them. Okay, so this one is not only because of Xbox Game Pass, but I had already played it, so it was also part of the Microsoft rewards system, but it's Ryze Son of Rome. I recently went back, and this game was developed by Crytek as a launch window game, and when you go back and look at it today, I can't believe how well it holds up. Because there's other games on this list that I don't think held up as well, but Ryze Son of Rome really, really held up as a strong contender, as a fun action-packed game that looks pretty good. Like, it's definitely passable for today's market, and that really, really surprised me. I did the second level, SPQR, I believe it was called, and you can hop in and you can just practice the combo system, and you can start doing fatalities or executions or whatever they're called for Valor points. That's a really good level to get your Valor points if you're doing that challenge. For the Microsoft rewards, just make sure you finish the level and you should easily get it. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Ryze Son of Rome, it has been part of Games with Gold. It has been on Game Pass, and give it a playthrough. I think my biggest criticism was that it got a little bit repetitive by the end, but that one gets 2 big thumbs up from me. Okay, the next one on my list is Yakuza Zero. Yakuza Zero is just one of those games where I asked my friends who were constantly gushing about Yakuza, and there was this big Twitter thread about Yakuza and why it's great. So finally, it's on Game Pass. The whole Yakuza series is on Game Pass, by the way. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to start with Zero. And oh my goodness, it is so good. I absolutely understand why people get invested in this storytelling. I remember there was this one moment where there's this guy who's refusing to take bribe money, and he's basically put his family in danger to get a bigger payout to move out of his apartment. And there's all these strange incentivizations to continue going through the gameplay to get those meaty story bits. The premise of Yakuza Zero is you're framed for a murder, so you get kind of in a bad spot with the Yakuza, which you're a member of right now, because your adopted father sort of got you into the crew. While there's some internal conflict going on, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but I only played a few hours of it, and wow, really, really, really great game on Xbox Game Pass, and I probably never would have played it if it never came to Game Pass. I love Yakuza. You should play Yakuza. Play Yakuza Zero. The new Yakuza just got added, so if you're caught up on the series, definitely check it out. Okay, this one I admittedly didn't play too much of, but Nier Automata, how did I ever not try this? I played this one again for the Microsoft reward points, and it was so good. I'm probably going to go back and play more. It opens up and it starts out, it's sort of like a bullet hell shooter, and you're like, oh, okay, so it's like a shoot 'em up. But then, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes into the game, it actually becomes combat driven, where it mixes the bullet hell shooter with some on ground combat, and you're able to start building combos and experience this world and this story. Nier Automata, I am so glad that I played it, because now I can at least have a very, very basic understanding about what that game is, and know that it's something that I like and I can go back to it. And this is exactly what people talk about with Game Pass being a surprising success, because I wouldn't have played Nier. Now I have. Now I'm going to gush about it all the time, and I'm going to play it again.
The truth can be so painful.
Okay, speaking of gushing about it, gushing about games, this next one is a little bit of an indie game. Well, sort of indie. It's a Donut County. This one has super easy achievements. So what I've been doing is, again, this is all tied to the Microsoft reward program, where you're kind of getting incentivized to keep doing stuff. I hop in every day, I play through a level or two, and basically you get an achievement for every, I don't know, 20 minutes of play. And sometimes there's some specialized things you can do. It's super cute. Like I said, the achievements are easy. It's a really fun concept. Basically, you make a hole, and your goal is to eat everything in the level, and your hole expands as you get bigger. Then they start adding puzzle elements the further you get in. I have To be honest, I've been totally skipping the story, but there's a few charming moments, and I really, really like it. If you want to get a really easy achievement, as soon as the game turns on, just hit the bird thing 100 times, and an achievement will pop for doing that. And then you can actually start playing the game, and oh, definitely play Donut County. Next few are a little bit weird. So I'll talk about Shadow Warrior 2. Basically, there was, again, a rewards incentivization. I am so cheap. Yes, I'm doing the Microsoft Rewards Shuffle. Why not? But anyway, I hopped into Shadow Warrior and I was like, oh, this is like a first-person combat game. I had heard sort of about it, but I didn't really get invested into Shadow Warrior. And now I've played it a little bit and it's piqued my interest because the movement and the swordplay is cool enough that I'm like, okay, I get where they're going with this, and I think this might be my type of game. And I never would have checked it out if it had not hit Game Pass. But I didn't get too much time with it, so let me talk about another one where I played for like half an hour to an hour. I've been jumping all over the place on Game Pass as of late, so I can talk a little bit more about the games on there. And it's due to the rewards program, which encourages you to play more games on Game Pass, and that's been great for me. So the last one I want to talk about is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Whatever we were before, we are now the Inquisition.
There's a new Dragon Age right around the corner, and I will admit that I don't think Dragon Age Inquisition looks the best graphically on the Xbox Series X, but man, the storytelling hooks you immediately. And the gameplay is fine, like I could take it or leave it, but it's solid enough that you can get in there and experience this amazing story if you're into that. Obviously, this is from BioWare, one of my favorite storytellers, and Inquisition is mostly highly regarded by fans who like the Dragon Age series. Anyway, I played it for the kill 15 enemies. I got really invested in the story, and now I'm a Dragon Age fan. And the whole reason that I'm making this video is just to kind of show that Game Pass, especially if you're chasing Microsoft reward points to be cheap like I am, Game Pass offers all of these interesting games that all tell different stories and are really fun to experience. So if you happen to have Game Pass, just for fun, join the rewards program because you'll be more incentivized to go in and play different games, or just do the randomizer and just play a different game every once in a while, because there is a lot of really good stuff on there. I have yet to play something bad. And actually on the PC version of Game Pass, I've been eyeing up Narita Boy. Narita Boy is like a hack and slash thing. I believe it started on the PlayStation, but now it is on Xbox Game Pass. That one's only coming to PC. I don't know why it's not on console. It looks so cool. It's like, man, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a slasher, but it's got like this pixelated style, and it's really great. And of course, you know, you could talk about the heavy hitters like Flight Simulator, Halo, Forza, State of Decay, and all the other things, but there's just a plethora of genres that you can choose from, and it's just really cool to see. Anyway, that was just my quick gushing about the last week or two of me messing around in Game Pass and playing a bunch of games for free, basically. And I hope that you're doing the same thing. And if you are, let me know what games you're playing in the comments below. What should people be checking out? What are they missing out on if they're not playing X game? Tell us about your favorite one. Tell me and the commenters about your favorite one in the comments below. And hey, just as always, if you're watching this, thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos where I just talk to you directly, please consider subscribing. And I do have memberships turned on, so if you're interested in supporting YouTubers that way, you can click the join button and see what I offer there. Basically what I do is I turn ads off, I upload all of these style videos for anybody to see immediately when they're done. And they're usually recorded very late at night because the baby wakes me up, or I'm just trying to keep my streak going. I've released a video every day basically for a long period of time. Well, anyway, those are just a few of the games that I've experienced. I'm very happy with Game Pass. Also, Injustice 2 is on there, but I didn't put that on the list because I already played the poop out of it. Injustice 2 is really good. My Batman main is still there. I had to get my combos back. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Destin, and I'm going to sign off now. There's the outro button. I got it. Bye, everybody.